making sense of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how honest can you be around your wife, like with another, when something nice walk past you?
I could be pretty honest as long as I approach it the right way.
What's the right way?
I mean, without trying to sound like I got like a gimmick or you know,
I definitely got a gimmick. It's
like
the oldest trick in the book.
It is I kind of joke about it because it's like I can't avoid it. You didn't see it. I just kind of bring it out. I just kind of throw it out like, damn, my titties big as hell, ain't they? Damn, my titties out, ain't they? And she like, yeah, you know, she'll joke and be like this. Yeah. And it just makes it lighter versus like trying to, anytime you try to hide that you saw it, it gets like awkward. It's like nigga, I know you saw that because I know you a titty man and you know what I'm saying? You had to see her walk past. Like, you know, so stuff like that. So I can be pretty honest, like, about that.
I see it coming from miles away, way before she do. I try to turn the other way, look the other way, or some shit like that. But if I do confront, I'd be like, and these hoes be doing too much. Like, damn,
try to be on the
ain't
the
got
other
no
side.
fucking,
like,
damn.
She ain't got no class about herself.
That's
like,
crazy.
Damn,
like, I'm glad you don't walk around like that. Man, we gotta teach Brave better.
You right there.
Really get into my bag and shit like, damn, I'm glad I'm in the house.
Yeah, nah, wifey read right through that shit.
Oh, no. Like I said, it's the oldest trick in the book, nigga. Like,
But you know, it just kind of at the same, you know, in the
I ain't like you. Damn, look at them titties.
Yeah, like, to be real, I just like feel like at this point in our marriage and our relationship, it don't make sense to like, you know what I'm saying, beat around the bush like you scared to eat pussy, so you eat around the tush. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like because
that's worse.
Because you gotta like, honestly, on some real shit, you gotta call her out on that shit too. Because like when you see a motherfucker like when a nigga walk past, you be like, and you know that's her type.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know that's some shit that
yeah.
she'll be into. It's like she try to be all like, what? I would never. Like, he just all like there's too much muscle. No. Like, it ain't too much muscle.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Like, if I look like that, you'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, showing up for the dad bod and shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Because a nigga pop up on TV, we be watching, she be like, I'd be like, wow, we can do that now? Like, okay.
Yeah. Like,
I respect the marriage too much to be on that type of shit.
Yeah, no, you can't in front of me.
Yeah.
I will muff the shit out of you.
You got caught. Nigga called you out on that shit before on YouTube. Man. You can't be out here jumping and muffing your wife.
It's a muff out of love.
Let's start the show, man.
People on that goofy shit.
These people out here tweaking, bro.
If you ready for the show, say. Say.
All right, welcome to the I Ain't Going Show where anything goes except us. I'm your host, CJ.
Awesome, CJ-ish.
Here with my boy, my co-host, D.
Yo.
And we are here to debate, relate, berate, and be great. And as usual,
it's homie time right now, okay?
What's been going on, man? How you been, man?
Man, shit been straight, bro. Living.
La Vida Loca?
Nah. But, you know, just going through the motions, man. Just trying to get shit in place, trying to get to that next level, bro. It's wild that, like, I don't know about you, but I feel like I do too much self-analyzing, and it kind of like is to the detriment of me. Like I basically what I'm trying to get to is that I look at a lot of people my age and who has like at certain ages, like where are they at and how do they, you know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people do that. and don't talk about it. It's like, because like you look at it like, damn, like shit, I'm almost 40 and you know what I'm saying? I got some time. See, I knew you was gonna do that shit. But it's cool. But you look at it like, damn, like man, I'm almost 40, and I know so many people that was by the time they was this, they already had XYZ, and so we get a lot of that like self like hate because you're like, damn, you ain't even here yet. But a lot of times I readjust and I try to make sure I talk to myself. And in a way that's like, hey, nigga, shut up.
You're a man.
Like, yeah, it's like, it's okay. Like, you got time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of like, just trying to get to that next level, making sure that I have all the things in place for my kids, for my family, and all that.
You love his kids.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And which that was the other thing, man. Like, dealing with like out by the county right next to mine, so a lot of like pretty much a nation has heard. It's like the school shooting that happened here in Georgia, man, was actually like 10 minutes away from the crib and shit, and so that's like close to home. You get what I'm saying? Like my kids didn't go there. It was a high school, and my kids aren't in high school, but it's still like. Our communities are. Is
that the high school that they would go to?
No.
Okay.
No, but close enough.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
To where even if they wouldn't go to that school, they would know people that went to that school, and we have like my daughter got friends who have friends in those communities and all that, so it definitely hits home. So like outside of like. The shit that me and the family just been trying to do and shit, that shit hit us a little harder than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Because you hear about school shootings and things like that, man, and you just kind of always feel like this sunken heart, like feeling where it's like, damn, it's really fucked up. So we had to deal with that, man, and I just remember like hearing about it and just kind of being, You pass the school, the school, the area, what it's like, and it just hit you a little differently. So it was that dealing with that was a little, like, not even a little, it was pretty tough, man. Just kind of holding your kids and loving on your kids has never been more powerful than when in these situations they come up and you're just like, damn. Like I talked about like how me and my daughter had to have a talk that morning on her way to school because she started like, fucking up in school, like on some goofing off shit. Like she's a very
regular kid shit,
very smart girl, but she just, when it comes to certain subjects, she either like just doesn't try hard enough or doesn't do her thing, and she like, likes to, she like me, she likes to talk and she likes to goof off. But just thinking through having had that talk with her that morning, and I try to make sure that every time we leave each other, it's not a, bad morning. It's always gonna be somebody, hey, listen, I told you what I said, but hey, guess what? I love you. Have a great day. Make good choices. Yada yada yada. And I try to do that. But you think about having those conversations, and you think about, them walking off into the school, and some shit like this happen, and they don't come home. That shit is a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mean to, turn it into that at the beginning of the show.
No, you did.
That was some shit that was on my heart though, like for real, because it is like a tragedy, bro. Like
prayers to all the people affected by that shit.
Yeah. His families was changed, So these are babies, bro. Like I don't like freshmen, 14. These are still babies, and that shit hit. So, but all in all, man, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna stay prayed up, and I'm just grateful for my family and just making it through this week and linking up, bro, and like just being able to chop it up, bro.
Yeah, we
got a lot of shit to talk about.
No, you're testing my abilities as a host. I'm gonna transition to some fun shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we got to.
You know what I'm saying?
But like,
not fuck them kids, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't tasteful, but we're here now.
Yeah, no.
So speaking of that, I went out of town this past weekend.
All right.
Fun times. But,
for the Dolo trip or with the...
Yeah, for the Dolo trip, man. I did a little quick turnaround. Went to Nashville for a fantasy draft, man. Shout out to everybody I got to kick it with and shit.
Yeah.
There for a hot second. Couldn't see everybody, but still saw people and all that shit, man. So I had a good time, had a good draft, had good laughs, all that shit, man. Had to give me some White Castle, bro. Had to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when the next time... I ain't gonna be in Chicago till like end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be around it.
Yeah.
So my goof ass went at like 3 a.m. because that's when I started
that ain't
hanging out.
goofy at all.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the times to go.
Yeah, and everybody else was there too.
Yeah, exactly. Key
So yeah, it was a whole White Castle time, man. Drunk motherfuckers everywhere, passed out people, too many people crowded, all that shit. I ain't gonna get into too many specifics and all that shit. But the thing that stuck out was sat down after I ordered and everything. It's a group of white dudes. They from Australia or something because they sound like Bluey. Excuse me. And they got a fucking case of beer sitting there while they eating.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck you from?
Yeah.
Oh, Australia. I said, you can't do that shit here, man. I was looking around. I was like, the police come in and the shit sit right in front of me. I'm like, the police come in here.
Were they all open?
The case was open and these niggas is drinking beer, eating fucking White Castle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, doing all that, whatever the bluey shit they be doing.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't do that shit. They'll come here and arrest your ass. Oh, we didn't know. These niggas start chugging the beer and all that shit, threw the box away. Dude I was sitting next to was like, I just told them niggas that shit.
Yeah.
Woo. Started chopping up with him. He's like, I got beer in the car. I'm going to drink my shit like a gentleman outside, not in the restaurant.
Like a civilized.
Hell yeah, man. So he going out and shit. I was like, shit, you got another beer? He was like, I do. I said, let's go. I was out there lighting up a black. He was like, can I? I was like, nigga, come on, man. We doing this, man. Man, his ass, we drinking the beer, chopping it up. He chugged his shit. I got like half left. I'm like, you done? He like, yeah, nigga, we drinking outside. I was like, you right.
Yeah. You trying to be at the kickback.
Right. I'm like, everybody, like these niggas doing it, but I ain't white. They can easily be like, we're not from here or whatever the fuck them niggas say. But yeah, man, I had to wait there for about an hour. It's a 20-minute drive back to the crib, man. That shit was so fucking good. It was well worth the wait, man. They ain't lost a fucking step.
And you know what's crazy about that, bro? Is that like I've had conversations with people back in Chicago about how when I come back to Chicago, that is one of the restaurants that I hit up.
And they be like, really?
And they be like, really? Like, what? We don't do. I'm like, gee, y'all don't appreciate this shit like we do.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we moved away from it and it ain't here. And anytime we get the opportunity to hit it up, like, there's Harold's here and I still appreciate Harold's.
Oh, yeah. I need
the
that
same
Harold's.
fucking way. Like, when I go back, it's the Chicago Harold's. You get what I'm saying? Which I still kill a fucking 8-piece here.
Are you up to 8?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You eating the fries?
I'm not finishing the fries now.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say,
but
damn,
I'm banging the fries.
You going to sleep after that? Or you laying down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's KO after that.
Oh, okay. I'm like an 8-piece of fries, nigga. I said, hey, I am old. I can eat that and just be on the couch.
Yeah, G.
I thought you was outside doing shit.
No, I'm not moving around like that. Now, if I eat it there, I'm gonna do the 6 and I'm gonna say the other 2 and I'll kill that when I get back to the crib or something. Okay,
like a little snack pack.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm at home, no, I'm a damn near finish that shit. But it's like those restaurants plus like, you know what I'm saying, like the basic shit that Portillo's and all that, like we've argued this. Like these are the ones that everybody that live there ain't always like in love with it still.
Yeah.
Because it's like so accessible to them. Yeah. Like, but when you like it's like a nostalgia.
It's like me and Waffle House.
Yeah. Like
when I was in Chicago, I'm coming down the South. I'm getting Waffle House.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I get it like every 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an everyday thing. It's and people who come in town say, "Hey, I want to go to Waffle House." And you like, all right, cool. We can go.
No, I'd be like, cool. I ain't had it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had it in a minute.
Yeah.
And they don't ever disappoint depending on the ones you go to. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
Same shit, same grease, all that.
Exactly.
They passed that grease. That grease been in this restaurant since it opened, nigga.
And the same type of workers.
I think they take grease from the older restaurants and put it in there like, hey, we need to season the motherfucking grill, nigga, because we can't have that fresh Crisco over here, nigga. You need some of the old shit in this bitch, like the electric torch. Like, this is the same fire from back in the day, nigga.
But you know what, though? With Waffle House, just like anything, you gotta know what to order at these certain restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you gotta
I remember your ass was like, I want a steak, man. This shit was trash. Like, nigga, why did you order that? And why you ordered it sober? Like, you crazy.
I mean, but they told me that steak and eggs was a thing, so I wanted steak and eggs. I'm used to eating that when I go to a restaurant up north, you know what I'm saying? Woo woo. It's a different vibe. I get that. I respect it, and I have a whole different perspective of Waffle House.
That steak and eggs hit
what
different
I love.
when you're drunk.
Yeah, and actually, you put me on to the Philly steak.
The cheesesteak omelet?
The cheesesteak omelet.
Oh, yes.
Like, that shit.
That shit hit every time.
Yeah. I usually need a little salt on this sometimes, depending on which way I go.
Oh, okay.
That or hot sauce.
Okay.
That shit, it kind of... It adds the.
I mix my shit with the hash browns at the same time. All that shit. Like
all that shit. Yeah, you gotta know what to get.
Yeah. All right, man.
Before we digress.
Before we get into Black History in the Making, we gotta shout out our sponsor, Stogie Tobacconist. Stogie Tobacconist, premium cigars for the culture, respect the smoke.
Smoke something, bitch.
As you can see on the ticker right here, you go to StogieTobacconist.com, hit them up for the premium cigars. And not yet.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I was listening.
Use promo code I ain't going to get a discount. And
hit
them up for their mobile cigar lounge for your next event. Hey, they still out here. They was just in Denver at some cigar summit or whatever.
Networking. It was doing some shit.
Networking. They was out there having a good ass time and all that shit, man. But like, they out here in these streets. I forgot who it was. Gerald texted me this week. He said he saw them out somewhere.
No, it was a homie, Chris from Hitman.
Oh, was it Chris? I thought it was Gerald. My bad, Chris. Yeah. Oh, my bad, Chris, bro. It was Chris from Hitman. Yeah. He said he saw them out there. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it has multiple audio, text messages. And shout out to the niggas that be like, hey, for real, this is too much to text.
I'm not typing out.
I love that shit because he got me doing it now too. Because I'm like, hey,
I appreciate you not sending the girlfriend text, man.
Yeah, because I don't want to read through all that, man. I'd rather just listen. I'd rather listen to you talk about what your question is and your opinion. Like I'm listening to a short podcast.
Right. 1 minute, like, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can
still move around.
I'm walking around the house, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But shout out to him, man. He definitely saw. He said he was out somewhere and saw them, and like that's how real it is, man. They are actually out here moving around. They're doing their things, and I will not forget to tell y'all that if you mention my name, CJ name, or the show, when you book with them, they will give you 12 of them things, 12 sticks for the free. For the free 99, just for booking with them, G. Like that's 12 free sticks for your event. So they'll pull up. You're gonna have to pay for that shit.
All the time.
But they gonna give you 12 of them things, and you got your pick of the litter, bro. Like they got all the different smokes that you like. They got the, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna go down the names.
I was about to say, shit.
I ain't no connoisseur, but you know what I'm saying.
You got your box over there.
All the premium ones that they like, that you like, they got, bro. Like for real.
And for whatever, like if you like the heavy or whatever, the light, they fucking with you. They gonna give you what you need. They gonna get you right, man.
And it's BYOB.
Oh yeah. Bring your own bottles, drinks, all that shit, man. I don't know if you can chief in there or not, but.
They're in Chicago. In the Chicago area.
Yeah,
it is legal.
Whole time.
But fuck that shit. Listen, and not fuck that shit because we all know. We know what that is. But it's mainly for the cigars, man. Premium cigars, cigar smokers. Y'all gonna love it. For real, hit them up.
All right, man. We're gonna get into Black History in the Making. Black History in the Making, as we always say. I want to shout out our ancestors for everything they did for us to get to this point. But we also want to shout out the good Black people that are doing positive things right now to help us progress and move forward. So, we're going to shout out 4 women who are HBCU roommates that accomplished their goal of becoming judges. They met at North Carolina Central University in 1998 and vowed to support each other, starting as classmates in a dorm room 26 years ago. Now is Judge, let me stone cold these, Judge Shamika Reinhardt. What? Judge Camille Banks Prince. What? Judge Keisha Wright Hill. What? Judge Banks. And Judge Teresa Raquel Robinson Freeman. What? Ooh. They got good black names.
Yeah, like, good black names, and they got married at some point, so they started hyping.
My whole name.
I ain't gonna lose this name fully.
But shout out to them ladies. Shout out to the judges, man. Hopefully, I don't never have to see y'all for real at work. For real. But
at least when y'all not on my side. Right. When the law ain't on my side, I don't want to see y'all.
No. But yeah, man. All right, man.
They've been judging their whole life.
Couldn't even get out of it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I was like, of course, they've been judging.
Well, dog said she like to argue, so I said that bitch a law school.
Congrats to that.
Oh, man. All right, man. Let's get into That Just Happened.
That just happened.
All right, man. We starting off with fuckery off top, man. Woman says that Kanye West telepathically told her to steal a car. So a Louisville woman is behind bars after police say she was trying to get into random cars outside of Evansville, Indiana, Indianimals. And she was hitting car door handles. And the car that she got in had a baby in the back. And she told the police, hey, Kanye told me to do this. Now, I don't know what Kanye song where he's stealing besides when he stole from the Gap, but he ain't never stole no car.
It could be off of, what was the
Guess Who's Going to Jail?
Yeah, exactly. That one, or just playing devil's advocate. Maybe it's a song where it's like, maybe, baby. I mean, you and me, like.
Unless you're gonna do it. And she fucking did it.
She fucking did it.
So a witness saw her hitting door handles, like, what the fuck? Then called the police and shit, and they came over there like, yo. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, you know, Kanye is still alive, so you can't really tell her. I know telepathically and shit like that. You could have, like, I know he gives you godlike vibes. You know, so
Jesus told me to do
the way
it.
he, like, you know, puts himself out there, but he ain't bailing you out of this way. He ain't going back that way unless he started to. Now, if he sponsor you on some cult shit and be like, hey. You know what? This is a true believer. I'm going to support her. Then I think that's when I lose it for Kanye.
If he
backs it up and be like, "You thought I was talking to you?
Kanye
okay,
ain't never support.
I don't know. Maybe I was talking to him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful I am. Like if he started talking that shit, I'm done. I'm done,
bro.
Listen
to the next album?
I'm not listening to the next album.
You lying?
You lying? I'm done, bro. If he starts being on that, that's a whole different
nigga.
vibe.
I've been stopped listening to what Kanye got to say. Unless it's on wax, nigga. That's all I want to hear this nigga talk about.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of the other shit. I'm just saying that's when I be like, all right, now you tripping. I'm done. I don't want to.
He ain't been tripping.
I might go back and listen to your old shit and still like have that in my, you know what I'm saying, in rotation. But I ain't listening to no more new shit of you moving forward.
You ain't gonna listen to no more of his shit with all these criminals we listen to? Because the nigga got mental illness. You can't hear his new shit. Like,
yeah, because
we can't do that.
Because like criminals are not trying to create a cult. At that point, you're trying to create a cult. Like you're trying to create a cult-like mentality of like, hey, listen to me, I'm God. Like we know he talked that shit. That's just us being like, oh, nigga, shut up. You know what I'm saying?
That's how.
Like, and that's how. But when you start actually believing in it and like you getting followers to say, hey, look, do this. I did actually tell you to go out here and do this. Nah, I'm done with that. I don't know.
But you like Trump.
I don't like Trump or dislike Trump. There are certain things about Trump as a
he doing the same
person,
shit that you
as a
accuse Kanye,
and those are the shit that I don't like about him. But there's also other shit that I be like, oh, okay, I can.
What
see
you like
that.
about it? Let's
No, I ain't going down that fucking road. Fuck you. Like you trying to act like this? You trying to, you know what I'm saying? What you like about him, motherfucker? Like fuck you. Like I just said there's certain things like I see like everything as a whole, and I can agree with certain shit, and I can disagree with a lot of other shit too.
I just compartmentalize shit. He been saying a lot of wild shit for a minute. Some of the shit be like, okay, I can see that. Some of the shit be like, okay.
I mean,
but
Ye
keep putting out these hits, nigga.
Ye went on and said George Bush don't like black people. And that was the start of it. And it was just like, well,
you like Michelle Obama.
He probably don't. But that wasn't until years later that we saw that. You know what I'm saying?
You like black women.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like you can have your, you know, people will give you what like shit that you like, and they'll give you a lot of shit that you don't like. You don't have to like everything about a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's just weird. I don't like everything that you do. You don't like everything that I do or say. Like, so, but at the same time, nigga, we homies just because we fucking like, hey, I know that this nigga gonna like this shit. That shit is annoying as fuck. But this is a homie, like we fucking like other shit too. That's all I'm saying.
Who are these people that are running around liking everything a motherfucker do?
The internet. That's why they castrate every motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They fucking says
not castrate.
Says the first nigga. It's like motherfuckers will like attack one thing and find one thing. Oh, you said that like so we like all this shit that you do. We like you as this person and like your music, but then you say one thing and it's like, oh my God. It's like, yo, just disagree. The motherfucker didn't go out and kill anybody or do anything like morally wrong. Like,
no, nigga.
No, I don't like that shit.
Let me tell you why I don't like it. Like, I give a fuck.
She like, nah, but the internet is a motherfucker, man.
Speaking of the internet, there's a new scam going on.
The group?
Badooch. Dad jokes. Put your arms down, nigga. But there's a new scam going on, man.
New but old.
New but old, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't got a hold to Chase Bank glitch.
Glitch now? You just gonna call it a glitch now.
That's what they said. Chase called it a glitch. But it's a scam. So niggas, and I mean niggas by everybody.
Yeah.
Niggas have been running around.
I got something to say to that, but go ahead.
Okay. The scam, see, this is shit I don't like.
No,
but,
I mean, like you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I ain't the only one, but go ahead.
I don't give a fuck. But Chase had a glitch to where you could withdraw money that you ain't got. So people was depositing that money into their account and spending it.
No, hold on. You ain't setting it up right.
Okay.
We got to be able to explain this glitch the proper way.
Okay, go ahead.
So the idea here is that TikTok, being TikTok, put out this hack / glitch. They tell you that, hey, if you have a bank account with Chase and you write a check to yourself from Chase for a certain amount of money, let's say 20,000.
That was the going number, 20, 30.
20 to 30,000. If you write a $20,000 to $30,000 check to yourself, to your bank, and deposit that, it will have, the glitch is that there's this process. Before Chase recognizes that you actually don't have the money, you're able to take out all of that money. Before they recognize it, and by the time they recognize it, they're like, oh my God, we didn't give you money and we can't get it back. We cannot, y'all got us. damn, that glitch is heavy. Y'all got us. And people were like, hey, hell fucking yeah. And what's sad is that it's predominantly us that are going for this fucking stupid ass, dumb ass scam that is not a true fucking, ain't no fucking glitch. Nigga, if y'all ever think, just like PPP loans, when everybody thought that, hey, yeah, I'll make a fake fucking company and I'll get money. Like, granted, there's some people that have companies that, like, hey, look, we
had shit that they weren't doing with. Like, oh, I got one.
Yeah, I got some shit, but like, hey, I got income. I can maybe, all right, cool. You got a chance. But there's people that didn't have fucking no type of company, but decided to do this shit and claim that they had fucking 10 employees. For a company that didn't exist at all, whatever. But you thought that the government wasn't going to fucking correct itself and figure out, this ain't right, that ain't right. And most of all, a bank, especially Chase Bank, one of the top banks, is not going to recognize, hey, first of all, y'all dumb as hell for thinking that this is a new thing.
Yeah, niggas been doing this shit for years.
I was in fucking high school.
I was just about to say in high school, motherfuckers was doing this shit.
But at
Who
least,
you bank with?
But at least niggas was doing that with other niggas shit. And I didn't have to fucking, like, yo, they weren't getting in trouble. I said, I did it, but I didn't do it. I swear to God, I did not engage in this
audit.
This shit. Because it was odd to me back then. It was like, yo, like niggas is like out here like, hey man, let me use your account. I'm gonna write a check to you. You take the money out and then you give me a percentage of this money and you get to keep the rest.
Yeah.
All I need is you to use your bank. If you ain't got a bank account, go open one and I got you. I promise it's gonna be cool. You go like
years
ago this shit happened. Now, motherfuckers coming out and calling it a glitch. Like, nigga, no, it ain't no glitch. Banks, if you know anything about banks, you always have the opportunity to get a check and deposit it and get a certain amount to withdraw.
Yeah.
That's just a normal fucking thing. And guess what? The next day, when it occurs, when it resets, because like that was also part of the glitch. They were saying that when that next day it will recognize that you didn't have it, but because of the glitch in it, it would wipe it all out and you would be zero. That's the dumbass part because
the dumbest part.
Like that was never happening.
Like with that shit, my thing is like even when I like get a check and I deposit it, they hold my shit.
They hold my shit. That's why I was like, how the fuck is y'all getting 20 to 30,000?
They hold my shit.
Like,
It'd be like 1,500. They hold my shit.
Bro, they hold all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
On the off chance I might could get 500 out that bitch.
But they like, oh, but if you're in good standing with the bank, they'll give you that. I'm like, nigga, no.
Nigga, this sounds
I guess I'm never in good standing because they don't ever give me the full amount. They give me a portion, but they ain't never giving me a full amount of the check.
They fuck around depending on how big it is. They be like, hey,
we got to call
couple more
this.
days, couple more days.
Like, and they know your records. They know.
Yeah.
Like,
they know where they know where my mama stayed. They know where your mama stayed.
This nigga ain't never had this amount deposited into this account. So this is abnormal. So it's going to trigger some shit.
And he doing that at the ATM.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It's true.
First of all, what ATM is allowing you to get 30,000? Most ATMs don't have 30,000 to get. I mean, they got it, but they're not giving out $30,000 to one person. You got a fucking daily limit, nigga. Like this is stupid. This is stupid.
Hey,
and you got motherfuckers out here, and then on top of that, and I just want to say this, bro.
Yeah,
you got niggas on top of that filming themselves doing it.
Yeah, that was the goofiest shit ever. But like niggas can't let shit go. You got to have it on film or it don't work. Like look, I'm doing it. Y'all can do it too. Geotags and everything.
Bro, you think cause you don't use your real name and shit that they don't have ways to to track you through IP addresses.
I watched too many documentaries.
Come on, man.
I watched too many documentaries to not know that niggas will find you.
Gee.
Cameras. It's a camera at the fucking ATM.
Gee. And you know what? Me and wifey, was talking about it, and she had some, she said this one thing that was just like, yeah, I get it's true. Motherfuckers is hurting right now, and the way that the economy is going, niggas
I believe it.
Will believe any fucking thing because of the hardship, the hardship that we're all going through.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive as fuck to get.
Niggas
right
ran
now.
out of chicken wings the other day.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I get it in that retrospect that like people that are uninformed are going to just react to some shit.
Yeah.
But it's
Let me try this shit.
It still is just like dumb as hell.
Yeah, go crack cars, man.
Like
You be
bro,
better off doing that.
There's no.
I mean, I'm not promoting it, but you know what I'm saying.
Like, but even like you know what I'm saying. Even with like, I feel like even cracking cars is more difficult. I get that's like the bootleg man. You know what I'm saying. He had a way, so you always had to search for a bootleg man to have your like. He seemed like he was doing this really high tech technology, but he just was more informed about how to
scam.
How to copy some shit.
Yeah.
So right now,
y'all got 3 hours to spend this gift card.
Exactly. Cracking cars is just like, hey, I know how to go to the black market or the dark web or whatever and be able to
run these numbers.
To get these numbers that are already given to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't do shit. They're not stealing the numbers. They're getting the numbers from someone who stole the numbers. And they're fucking like selling that shit. And they're doing, you know what I'm saying? They're able to.
I want to ask you this. What scam do you wish you would have got on but you didn't get on? For me, it's PPP loans. Like you was talking about it earlier. But a lot of niggas got their shit forgiven. The motherfuckers that got fucked up was the niggas that was taking like millions.
Yeah.
And shit like that. I wish I could have got me like 20,000 out of that shit. Cause I know niggas that got that shit forgiven.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I should have did that shit.
I mean, I don't think so because I don't have, even though I have like businesses like in LLCs that are established, they just don't have everything that I feel would qualify necessarily.
Nobody's did.
I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I don't like the feeling of looking over my back,
no
scam.
My shoulders. There wasn't no scam that got off. You was like, damn, I wish I'd have hit that bitch.
Nah,
because niggas got off on that shit.
No, because there was none like.
Let me think.
There's no scam that I can think of that has happened that has had millions or a large number of people who got away with it. I don't trust my luck. Honestly, bro, I don't trust my luck in being that percentage of people who have successfully got past it. Now, even though I probably would have qualified. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no shame in my game. Like, nigga, ain't nobody ever gonna say, like, I don't play with the government, bro. Like, I don't play with the government. I don't play with, like, I do my taxes. I do everything, like, keep receipts. I do everything, bro, just because I don't want that, bullshit to come back on me and fuck me up and fuck my kids up.
Okay.
Cause I like those shits where they got the two parents, like, where, hey, one of y'all got to do a year first and then the other one got to do another year. I'm like, shit, now I got to, babe, I should do the year first. And then you get some time, you know what I'm saying, to settle this. And then you do the year. It's like, that shit, no, nigga. Like, that's scary as fuck, bro.
Okay.
Like, that's scary as fuck to me. What about you? What scam?
I said PPP.
Oh, you said PPP.
Yeah. Niggas got off on that shit. I'd have took the 20,000.
Yeah.
And got fucking forgiven. I seen Tom Brady got forgiven. I was like, oh shit.
Coronavirus.
Then niggas I knew got forgiven. I was like, damn. When they was hitting that bitch a couple times, I was like,
I mean, I think they got forgiven because there were stipulations in it that allowed them to. I don't think that anyone is just getting away with it because they're forgiving it.
A lot of niggas
and
got away with
businesses?
it. A lot of niggas got away. Yeah, they had the business on paper, like you were saying. They had their business or created a business or whatever. Got away with it. I think because it was like too much to go through all them niggas. Because it was a lot of niggas. So they was just like, we getting the big motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars in that shit. Come on, dog. Like them loving hip hop niggas that was flossing on that shit, got their ass.
Yeah. Yeah, millions is different from like if you like a small fry.
Yeah, you got $20,000 and shit. You claim you got 5 employees and niggas been out of work for months.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, we ain't looking into that shit. That looks cool, but like, nigga, your fucking t-shirt company ain't fucking making $100,000 a month that you got to pay these employees.
Yeah.
When you at home stamping these bitches.
I mean, but there was always ways around that too because of knowing who. What is are you like? Even though you own the business, you could be considered like an employee or something. I don't want to get into all that. Like, there's ways of like if you pay yourself,
it was too many niggas that got that shit for them to just go. It's too much work. They ain't got enough people working at the IRS to do that shit. Yeah, not the IRS or whoever the fuck gave that shit.
Yeah, I don't play with that shit.
I feel you. That's how I was at the time. I was like, I don't want to do it. Shit. But I wish I would have did it though. Like looking back, knowing that you could have got forgave off that bitch, you wouldn't go back and do that shit.
If I would have known,
and you got a business, true. And your wife got a business.
True. If I would have known I could get away with it, it may be. But
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you gotta like niggas got away with it type shit. I'm not saying like go back and try your luck again. I'm like, you finna get away with this shit.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into some exciting shit, man. Yeah. Check the score real quick while I do this. It's here, man. It's our season. NFL is in this bitch. Come on now. We just we was in the middle of watching what you call it? I was finna call them the Falcons, the Ravens and Chiefs game, man. Shit's mad exciting, man. We just happy that football is back. We got a whole fucking week by the time y'all hear this. We want to be over with, but
like it's just
2010. Who Chiefs?
Yep.
All right, man. But I'm just happy that football is back. You know what I'm saying? Real sports is here. Talking to you, Chris. Real sports is here. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody don't know, we got into me and D got into a discussion, a little argument with Chris from Hitman Podcast. Shout him out, man.
I wouldn't call it an argument.
I was arguing. I was tight, nigga. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He was sitting up here trying to tell us that football ain't exciting. And because he likes basketball, you know what I'm saying? He likes women's basketball and NBA and all that shit, which I like it too. But, you know, he's out here for it. Like, he's advocating for it.
WNBA in particular.
That's his shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was trying to tell us that football wasn't exciting anymore and it was boring and all that. And it was just like...
There's too many players to keep track of.
He don't know who on what team.
What nigga is good. If a nigga good now, he ain't gonna be good next year, or he ain't gonna be good. Like, you know, you can't keep track of that.
He says predictable, and I'm just like, you know, I don't want to attack him too much on this because he ain't here to defend himself, and he listens.
Nah, fuck him. Nah, it's all love, man.
I just want to tell him that the same reason that you say you don't like the NFL and why it's boring is the same thing that the NBA does on steroids. Like, player movement is crazy.
Yeah.
I be looking up like, damn, that nigga on that team? That's crazy. Yeah. I forgot this nigga was on that team. So, you know what I'm saying? I might clip this up so he get attacked. I'm not gonna do that. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, hey, man.
Tag him in it.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit him with this.
It's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
But fantasy football's here, you know. You in, what, 3 leagues, 4 leagues?
Yeah, 3 leagues.
I'm in 5 leagues and shit, man. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Something like that.
There ain't no contest.
I'm in 5 leagues. Man.
Fuck you.
What am I? Yeah, I'm in the hole. But
I ain't got anything to pay you.
Man, every year I be like, man, I'm only gonna do 2 leagues, man. I'm only gonna do 2 leagues, and then just like a fucking slut, they ask me, and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Gee, when I first started this shit, it was no money that had to be dished out.
Oh yeah,
mind you, like
when I first started,
like I think you got me into this shit. Like, bro, I ain't had to pay no money. Now I feel like every fucking
even with
week,
the job,
with the job, I don't have to pay out, but they do give out rewards. See, that's the thing.
Oh shit, house money?
Yeah, like when you got the house money, I can join those all day.
Oh, okay, that'll never happen in this league.
I ain't never win, you know.
But yeah, man, I'm just excited to, you know what I'm saying, lose my money. You know what I mean? I ain't won in years, but, you know, it's just fun. The camaraderie, all this shit, the shit talking, the trades that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
All that shit, man. So
fuck you, Jamerson.
I'm just...
You know what you did. You know what you do. You know how you move, nigga. Just know. It ain't sweet over here.
Give him one of these.
Me and him got the first, me and him facing off right now. By the time y'all hear this, y'all will know, because he said he's going to whoop my ass this first week.
His exact words were, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. So by the time y'all hearing this, we would know if this is true or not.
Oh, okay.
And what he don't realize, he was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Fine, fuck it. When I ain't want to give up my trades or give up any of my players that he wanted to fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Strip your team.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, piece apart from me. He said, fuck it then. Come in last place again, nigga. I was like, oh, okay. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about losing. I done lost before, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
You like Joe Pesci. You think I give a fuck about digging the hole? You think this is my first hole?
Like, nigga, what the fuck? I'll lose again and again, but you ain't gonna get these motherfucking players.
I'm gonna keep playing to not give you players.
Exactly, nigga.
And yeah, I'm picking the niggas that you picked last year.
And don't let you fucking get somewhere. I'm gonna trade my players to another nigga and make them whoop your ass. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm petty. Like, fuck you talking about. Let's go.
You gonna be like that video that I seen where it was like, if you really want to hate on a nigga, send a gay nigga to his funeral and cry. To cry real hard. Did you see that video?
Nah,
oh my God. Like I was like, that's the most diabolical shit. It was like, send a gay nigga to that nigga funeral and have him cry, like have him bawl out, and then just have him leave. Like, I can't take it no more. Just walk out. Just fuck his shit up. Damn. Everybody be like, who the fuck was that? Whoa, he was, damn. I said, that's some hating ass shit. Really upsetting this nigga mama. his kids and shit.
Yeah, that's different.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's different.
All right, man, let's get into it. So we are at Hooters and shit, you know, getting our food or whatever. Shout out Sarah, because he had the lick. He was like, hey, if y'all want y'all shit half off, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. Everybody was like, yes.
Just let you know.
Yeah, he was just like, all right, just order and send me the money. We're like, cool. So everybody like, hey, Cash App. One dude, Venmo. You know, he's the Asian guy in our fucking league. Shout out Peter.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot, especially like at work when we throw in money for some shit. You know, I like the Zelle and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll Cash App if that's what motherfucker want.
Yeah.
And it's always white folks that bust out the Venmo.
Yeah. Venmo is still popping for
I know, but you don't never hear niggas really talk about Venmo. And what I want to know is who marketed and decided like, hey, we want niggas to do Cash App and we want white folks to do Venmo. Like, black people got Venmo, but the first thing that black people, I don't never hear no black people, and that might be the black people I know, say Venmo out first. It's
nobody
either
say that.
Zelle or Cash App. Cash App usually comes first.
Yeah, it's the most popular. It's the most well known. Like, it's what we share amongst each other. That's what makes it what it is.
So, and they share Venmo.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, how the fuck did they market that shit to like, hey, Cash App, Venmo? Because that ain't no fucking coincidence.
Well, I feel like Zelle is one that threw niggas through a loop because that shit is usually tied to a fucking bank account, to which a lot of niggas don't have bank accounts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they just don't put money in them. They don't use them like that.
I was going to say Cash App. My Cash App's tied to a bank account. But Cash App can be used as a bank account.
Yeah. Cash App can be used
It's like
as
the new green dot.
Yeah. It can be, you get a car, you can do all that shit. Which I got.
So you say niggas ain't got bank accounts.
I literally just said that.
No.
Yeah. Like most niggas don't have bank accounts.
Nah, G. I ain't.
Swear to
You ain't
God,
got
bro.
the
You
answers.
better not.
You ain't got the answers,
You better
Swing.
not,
It
bro.
doesn't matter that I'm not going.
You better not.
Most niggas ain't got bank accounts. That's wild.
Bro.
That's like most niggas, how they was saying that voting shit, like niggas don't got access to the internet and the fucking to get IDs. That's what that shit sound like to me. Now I do know that it's niggas that don't have bank accounts and use Cash App as a main bank account. But we not finna sit up here and say niggas ain't got fucking bank accounts. Niggas got bank accounts. Niggas.
I'm not categorizing necessarily and saying that all niggas don't have bank accounts, but majority of niggas like
Put a percentage on that bitch. Put a percentage
I don't
on
know
it.
percentages. I don't know. I'm not.
You
gonna
saying
do that.
majority?
No,
60?
there's a lot of us like growing up. What did niggas do? Like niggas don't know. Like growing up, we didn't know about niggas with bank accounts like that. Like it's almost like niggas was scared to fuck with banks. That's why you always got those currency exchanges. Like niggas would go cash a check at the currency exchange. They wasn't putting their shit into a bank account.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm used to hearing. And so I'm not trying to like say like, hey, yo, no, I know statistics. I'm just saying like, bro, come on. Let's be real. You want to argue it, and I get you. And I get you.
No.
But when
go ahead.
like most niggas in like, you know what I'm saying, certain professions where they like, hey, man, look, I just got paid today. I'm like weekly. I'm not going to the deposit my check, do direct deposits, doing direct or going to deposit their checks into a bank. It's always been like growing up, like even when I was a shorty, nigga, like 15, 16, got my first job. I didn't have a bank account. And I was in there with a bunch of like workers, like niggas that was just like, hey, I just got off. I am depositing my check. Or not even depositing my check, I'm cashing my check. So my mentality is that like majority of us don't fuck with that like that.
Okay. So I've been over here looking up numbers.
I know
shit,
you
right?
did. Yeah.
All right. 11% of black people ain't got bank accounts.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, y'all. You just said the majority. That's all. That was my whole thing. You said the majority.
Okay,
I know that niggas. I know niggas that don't get bank accounts.
So majority of niggas that we know
have bank accounts.
Growing
up, yes. Growing up, yeah.
So how I want to put this is that, okay,
there was a time when I ain't had no bank account.
So before you look this up, because this is not what niggas ain't always looking up statistics. Niggas aren't looking up. Like we're not looking up.
because niggas just be saying shit.
Yeah. I could be just saying shit. I'm going off experience. I'm going off of what I see.
Some shit that happened in like a long time ago.
But I'm going off of, no, I'm talking about like in general, like whenever I work with motherfuckers, like I have had like people that like, even for like my property and shit, like I was like, yo, I want to pay you to do my lawn. I want to pay you to do some handiwork. I want to pay you to around here. Like Cash App has always been the thing.
Yeah.
And when I say Zelle, my first experience with Zelle is always through an account. I get it that Zelle has its own app that allows you to.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, Zelle is actually an app like Cash App where you can like transfer like payments through that. But Zelle has a partnership, from what I'm getting, with banks that allows you to go from account to account.
Yeah.
So most of the times when I talk about when I bring up Zelle, they like, wait, nah, I ain't got Zelle. Like, damn, like, I'm like, how you ain't got a bank account? Like, because if you got a bank account, you got Zelle.
Where you be hanging out at?
What do you mean hanging out with? Ooh. I just told you what, like when I have people that's working on properties or in areas like that's predominantly black, like I run into that. Okay. So I'm going off of experience, and I gave you that. I told you like, hey, off of experience. Yeah. To me, majority of the people that I've encountered don't fuck with having, you know what I'm saying, like an account or a bank account or doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the currency exchange even has as many people as it does. You can look up the numbers and I get it. That can debunk that theory. Yeah. But at the same token, like, let's say you didn't look that up. You mean to tell me majority of the niggas that you like?
Fuck no, bro. That shit, like, I just compared it to that voting shit, which I thought was dumb as hell. Like people was saying, and they running around talking about black people ain't got access to the DMV and access to the internet. Like, that's what that shit sounded like to me. I'm like, niggas ain't got bank accounts. Nah, fuck out of here. Niggas got bank accounts. That's why I was just like, nah, nigga, cognitive dissonance on that shit. But it wasn't that. I understand your experience and all that. I get it. And I know a lot of niggas too back in the day that ain't do that shit. Some niggas now, not as many. I refuse to believe that the majority of niggas don't have bank accounts. That's crazy.
But that's the thing, though. Like, you are like trying to. I think that maybe it's because you're trying to take it personal.
I'm not taking it personal
because you're trying to.
Why would I take it personal? I got multiple bank accounts.
Let me, but not personal like that. If you let me finish, I can tell you.
Okay.
Like, I get it. You try to be an advocate for us, and which is fine. Like, we want to be advocates of our black people, so I'm not arguing that. But I think that you're missing what I'm like. When I say like experience, I'm not saying that all black people. I'm saying that a lot of black people, and maybe majority of the word itself is not the best to use. But when it comes to like what we've seen and what we have experienced, and you are like, oh well, no, I gotta stand up for black people everywhere and make sure that I give you statistics, and that's fine. We'll come up with the statistics, and the stats is true that only 11%. That I'm cool with that. But when we look at like what Cash App has, there's a majority of people that use Cash App. It's not that their Cash App is marketing to black people over Vimeo marketing to black people. It is a reason that a lot of people use Cash App, and that's why the government itself is cracking down on people using Cash App and not reporting it, because people feel like, I mean, we are a hustling culture. We fucking find loopholes in every fucking thing. And once we fucking get, to a point where we're actually making some bread and doing good, motherfucking government and everybody else want to fucking shut that shit down. Yeah. That's why we're like, Cash App, they say, hey, look, the IRS and the government is watching you in all your transactions. Yeah. They're affecting that because people are doing that instead of going to a bank to make transactions. So it has all those like moving parts is what I was saying. Like, I don't like think that it's not, from a numbers standpoint. Yeah, back then it does seem like a lot more of us are, because I've heard the conversations of not liking or trusting a bank. I want my cash. I'm going to go to, I don't need a bank account. I'm going to go here. That number is one thing, and what my experience is another.
Okay.
That's it.
And look, your experience is valid. That's your experience. However, I am advocating for black people, because it's just like, you can't be spreading that type of misinformation around, because that shit is fucking, what the fuck you laughing for? Like, that shit dangerous. Like, motherfuckers really think that shit, and that shit is not fucking true. Like, that
true.
It just puts motherfuckers in a bad light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't got to fucking be there. Now, in your experience, cool. But you can't run around, because words matter. You can't run around saying the majority of black people ain't got bank accounts. That's wild to me. And like, does that 11%, was that wild to you? Because you said your experience, like, nigga, this is what it is. And it's just like, bro, that can't be possible.
All right.
And if it was, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up.
No, you're right. I got you.
I hate when you get like that.
Like what? I agree. I'm not going to argue it. The number's a number. I just said that. Well, that's a number.
I want the disrespect to be as loud as the motherfucker. Nah, I'm playing.
I know you do.
No. You never going to do that. That ain't how you get down.
Nah.
Speaking of getting down, let me show you this video the other day that Brian put in the group.
We in K Block. You already see the block? Kenwood. Start with a K and Dalton, it's R. Know that.
Kenwood, Caston, every K.
All that, 147 to 149.
Oh, yeah.
Dalton, Illinois. state to state.
Brody, I ain't gonna lie, Alabama our shit too though.
I ain't gonna lie though, I love the birds. Motherfuckers try to say this and that about the birds, but I love the birds game on the guy. You can come out to the birds and I ain't gonna say you could just vibe completely game, but you could be out here chilling. You ain't gotta be all, you know.
Run this whole
that bitch be getting
Dalton Bowl, that's our shit.
Oh, we be getting that. That's really our shit too. Every Friday, Saturday type. That's us.
So that video is from neighborhood that one of the neighborhoods I grew up in and shit. Where my mama stay at now.
Yeah.
Which was like real funny to me because I've been over there before and a lot of times and
ain't shit over there like that.
If you look at the comments,
nigga, I damn near grew up over there too, like, cause that's where I met my wife and shit.
If you look in the comments, they like, nigga, the grass is green. Like, these lawns nice as fuck. They like, shit. What nigga say? One nigga said, well, yeah, when we was little, that was in our streets. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway,
we walked those streets just like y'all did.
Yeah, but we didn't own them or run them. When we was on our bikes, we used to say, hey, I'll run this or whatever the fuck. But anyway, question I got is, do you still go to the hood? Not your hood, not your neighborhood.
Yeah.
The hood.
I mean, there's times where I need to.
Okay.
But if it ain't times I need to, then I don't. Why the fuck would I need to? Like, why would I need to go to the hood? Like, if it ain't my hood, like, why would I be over there just to go be immersed in like hood activity? Like, no, I don't.
You gotta go live and show niggas where you at.
Nah, I leave that for Soldier.
Business.
I leave that for Big Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Man. I don't need that shit.
All right, well, when you go, how do you...
Because they don't want me, and I don't need, you know what I'm saying, to be over there, and that's just fine.
Oh, that's why that nigga don't go to his reunions. Call back. Anyway, so when you go, how you navigate? What's your thought process?
Like a real true Chicago nigga. Head on the swivel. Fucking like always alert, trying to move in and out. move you here, you there. I don't need to hang out. It's not shit. It ain't. I don't need to be there more than necessary.
It's just funny. Same by the way. It's just funny talking to niggas from here. When they just like ask me about Chicago and where I be at and all that shit, and they ask like silly ass questions like you old block? Like no. Like the only times I fuck with old block over there, it's the steak sandwich place I like over there. And even then, same process. I'm like, let me do a drive-by first to see who all the fuck out there.
Wait, not a drive-by.
You know what the fuck I mean.
I mean, you got to say what you got to explain.
Cause words matter.
You don't want that narrative out there. Words matter, nigga. Like,
okay, so I drive past. I do a drive past to see who all the fuck out there. Usually I'm coming from another way anyway. I got to do a UE anyway. Go over there, order my little sandwich, head swivel, get my shit, getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But they be like, oh, you go to this neighborhood? Nah, I might have been over there. I think Jameson said something one time about the projects. No, I think it was Steve said something about the projects. I was like,
yeah, because fuck Jameson.
I was like, nigga, I don't go in the fucking projects. I said, I tried my whole life to avoid the projects. Like, ain't shit over there for me.
Like, my mama moved me out of that area and had me in the area. Like, yes, I was out in the suburbs. I don't give a fuck. Why do I have to give a fuck that you don't like that I grew up in the suburbs? Oh, nigga, you ain't really street. Tough. You ain't really this. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, I had you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to opportunities, nigga, like, why do we have to feel bad about it?
Oh, that's what Charleston White was talking about the other day.
Like, but why do we have to feel bad for opportunities that we, like, you know what I'm saying, were provided?
Because that ain't real, nigga.
Yeah, but exactly. And that's the problem with us, man. Like, we want our kids to, now, you right, I ain't gonna go down that road, but
some of us.
Like, I think that, yeah, some of us.
And that's pissing them off.
But I think that, like, honestly, when you look at what's happening with Dalton as a whole, is a community that, although I lived in the town next to Dalton, which was like South Highland, which was kind of like, you know, the community that it had its issues, but it was never like gonna be,
because they don't sell liquor there.
Well, they do now, but
they do. Oh no,
I think, or at least I think they do. Either way, they were known as the Dry Town when I grew up, when I first moved there. And it was like, you know, only a few of us out there. And then it just started, you know, getting more and more.
Too many.
but at the same time, I think that Dalton as a whole is going through a lot with their mayor. They're going through a lot with their, you know what I'm saying? Just
very ghetto,
like rebuilding that community, because it is actually like out of all the communities in that area, I feel like Dalton had like all of the moving parts to be the best community out there. You know what I'm saying? Because it had the vibe, it had the opportunity for like businesses, the families that were out there were just like such a great mixture. Like, and I'm not shitting on, like, honestly, I get it that Riverdale and Harvey, for those who know about this area that I'm speaking of in Chicago, and a lot of the listeners might not give a fuck about it.
And Markham.
There was a lot of towns around this like community. Go look it up, y'all. Like, once y'all see, like, Dalton was a good one. Like South Holland, I feel like I enjoy because of the mixture as well.
South Holland's still like,
and still trying to hold on.
They ain't let no corrupt niggas in there.
Yeah, but like the surrounding towns had corrupt like administrations and around their politicians, a lot of moving parts that, you know, kind of fucked up the reputation, but at the same time, they had a lot of shit. Like, though, that was the part of the suburbs that people don't. I feel like they need to do a documentary about that, because those were the part of the suburbs. Those are the south suburbs that had a lot going for them.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right on the edges, like Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago and Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The state, like going from Illinois to Indiana, like there was a lot there that it was just like, yo, like these are, like everybody want to talk about all these other shit, like, you know, all these other cities and towns all around the Chicagoland area that, you know, were like great, but there's a lot of history in those towns that brought a lot of like talented people, athletes, business owners, culturally, like it was there. But Dalton itself, bro, like it ain't that. Like there's a lot of niggas that like moved out that way. That's on some like created some bullshit.
I can take this woo and all that shit.
Yeah, like you know how like.
That's a lot of old niggas.
When you a city nigga that's like used to like the rough is like shit, and you a lot of times what did they have to do? They were out in the south suburbs of Chicago because it was so bad for them in, you know, the city that they moved them out there. They like had family members or somebody like, hey, look, your ass got to go out to the suburbs and what they do when they get out to the suburbs, act a motherfucking fool, because they like, hey nigga, I'll run this shit. I'm the toughest shit out here. Y'all ain't used to the life I had. So you like, bet we finna bring this shit out here. And that's where that type
took the hood and I moved it to the burbs.
Yeah, absolutely. That was it. But I feel like that's like everywhere though, right? Yeah. Like that's the like motherfuckers get.
Niggas try to do that out there with you.
Exactly. You
nigga wasn't going.
Hey man, listen, like everybody
going,
bro.
Sir, yeah, he's still there.
No, like, but see that, and that's the thing though, like where I get.
He didn't call the police on
I don't call the police like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you start fucking with my family, then there's like, you know, we gonna handle this shit the way we gonna handle it. But at the same token, it's like, yo, what I enjoy about the black people that live in my neighborhood, when we see some shit, we're more so like, hey, we should talk to them and just let them know how they're showing up. Because, you know,
that's how it should be.
Out in my community, we got like the Facebook groups and all that shit, and the motherfuckers be in those groups, and you see what they talking about.
Yeah.
But the families that might be showing up a little bit like, hey, listen.
Your son over here, man, I don't think he got a bank account.
He needs to get a bank account. He needs a bank account. Because he ain't looking too.
That nigga ain't got no bank account.
But at the same time, like, gee, like, shit. I will say that, like, yo, I think we had to, like, go to a neighbor, not a few neighbors, because our area ain't like that, but, like, I had to go to, like, a neighbor and be like, hey, man, listen.
Your man's
is showing up like this. He on Ring cameras. He on this, and
he tried to serve me.
And out of all these houses, they were able to, like, you know what I'm saying, pull up records for people in your household. Meaning that people that they see about you, like, which is wild. Like, I don't know if you ever experienced that shit.
Nah.
That neighbors, like, especially like nosy ass neighbors who are connected, be like, hey, yeah. You know, of course, you're going to be the type of black that they, like, fuck with and shit. So they're like, can you believe that this person has a record and they're here doing this? And you be like, wait, how did you find this? I'm like, oh, I got connections. So, hey, wow, that's crazy. Then you got to go over to the home, like, they ain't homies, but
they looking at y'all.
Like, hey, listen, I don't like what y'all doing either, because to be honest with you, I need my property value to be where it is. But I need you to know that they got an eye on you, and you need to be able to know that they recognize this shit, so you gonna have to handle it. And they handled it. You get what I'm saying? That's how I
call
feel like
police on the motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how we handle each other in those type of environments. It's like, hey, listen, it sucks that you gotta cut your grass. I get that.
I don't be want to do this shit.
I don't be want to do that shit either. I don't be want to pay for it either. But
I mean,
there's an HOA. And unfortunately, they get to
mind your fucking business, nigga.
It's like, hey, listen, I'm cool with that. You can say that. You can say that. But I tried
to help you.
I tried to help you. Like, it just, like I said, it sucks for me too. But I like to keep my line and shit, you know, good.
Stanley's grass looks good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I get pissy as fuck when my neighbor's grass look better than mine.
Me too.
I'm like, gee, I'm doing every fucking thing I can to get this motherfucking grass to grow the right way. And I got this little patch over here, this little bitch ass patch. Like, all that shit is real shit.
I'm finna put some stone over here. Fuck that patch.
Gee, exactly. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna cut out half this bitch. And I'm gonna just have shit like stone, like the gravel and all that shit. I'm gonna keep my grass good.
Yeah, we're with the HOA.
You can't do that.
Can't do that shit.
Like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, pick all that stone and shit up, man. All right.
Like, so it's a lot of shit. So when it comes to like areas like, you know what I'm saying, just going back to like the Dalton thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't my area, but that was my wife's area. So I spent a lot of time over there. And I did see a decline in the level of like the quality of, you know, residents, for lack of better words, but it ain't that. It's a lot of wannabe gangsters over there.
Yeah, and it is some real gangsters over there too.
Some real ones over there, but you know how to move still, even in that capacity over there. It's like, hey, you know
I've seen them, but they're not moving like that.
They're not moving like that. Like my brother-in-law, like I remember he got, you know what I'm saying, stuck up in the garage when I was a shorty. Like, he was the older, you know what I'm saying, brother.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I was like, damn, that nigga called me and told me this shit. I was like,
but that was, even then at the time, was a rare fucking thing. Like, ain't nobody just out here like that. But that was the start of the decline. Like, motherfuckers was over there, and niggas get hit with hard times, like, everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
So, but to see that is just like, y'all just trying to go viral. Y'all just trying to do some shit.
Yeah.
Stop
fucking that shit down for y'all get hurt by somebody else is out here.
And stop trying to take over a fucking block if you're not going to protect that block. If you're not going to protect every neighbor and every person on that block, why do y'all keep fucking trying to take over blocks and trying to represent? If the elderly lady down the street, you ain't going to do everything in your power to fucking make sure that she's like straight. Like, that shit is bullshit. Like, not out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna do that.
Like, even the nigga on, what you call that shit? Big Meech and them, the Techwood nigga, is like, I protect my people.
Yeah.
I give money and all that shit.
Yeah.
He was trying to do some shit.
Yeah.
You know, he was fucking up the community.
I mean, he was and he wasn't, though. He just wasn't trying to take niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, coming over and taking over his shit. But he still was giving back.
Yeah.
It's just niggas that was making more money.
He was selling crack, though.
True. True.
But he was still helping out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Can't be bought. Can't be bought. This one's directed towards you.
Of course.
All right. Give up all Apple products for you and your family forever. $1 million.
Yeah.
500,000.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Yeah.
I am so happy you had that answer because I was just like, I want to see how committed this motherfucker is to Apple and shit like that.
Never.
Because some niggas just be doing too much.
Never. I can find a way to work a PC and any other like any other thing, Android, all that
like,
shit.
all my files are.
No.
This
Hell
nigga
no.
got sense. Nigga says, okay, you know my answer. Like shit, I get that shit up for 100,000. Probably give me 50.
Like,
I'm like, it's gonna cost me what? A couple thousand to get rid of it?
Yeah. Like I just like convenience.
I mean, to replace it all.
I do stand behind the convenience and the technology itself. To me, is more aligned with my shit that I like. But no, there's no undying loyalty to fucking this product like at all. Yeah. Give me the fucking money, nigga. I will. Okay. I'll be straight.
All right. Yeah. Only reason I really got an iPhone is because my wife got one, and it was the time to like my phone died, and she was like, "Oh, we'll get one. It'll be easy for us." I was like, "That's fine. I don't care as long as I got a fucking phone that do the shit I want to do."
Yeah, and I like Apple products because they have made a lot of shit easy for me, and I like the technology, bro. I like what it represents and how it feels to use the shit. Like,
okay. All right. I just want to see where you was at, man.
Yeah.
Some of these Apple stands, you know what I'm saying? Jamal JR, they really be on like, no, I need, fuck that Android. Ugh. It's like, that's a phone, nigga. You can watch porn on that too.
No. I mean, I like the fact that like with Apple products, they are hackable, but
you got to do a lot
more difficult to hack.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit more safer because, unfortunately, other products like Android or like PC, they create it as they have all these different third party pieces in their products. Where like, bro, I know countless niggas that can build a PC like from scratch. Like that, and that's the thing, and that's what they
should
want.
Be cold as fuck.
It'd be cold as fuck because they get every fucking thing that they want in these PCs, like in these computers. Like they're sky's the limit, but because of that, it's easier for somebody to create a way to get into your shit.
Yeah.
And now you got to spend more money to protect your shit.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. All right, man. Shout outs.
Man, shout out to my wife, my kids. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all, this shit that I do is not worthwhile because everything I do is for you. And shout out to all the Black-owned small businesses, entrepreneurs out there building generational wealth. Because yes, that is still a thing. Motherfuckers try to act like, oh, it's overrated. Yeah, if y'all misuse it. But it's actually a real, it's okay to fucking like want to shoot for that. And so big shout out to
fucking saying that.
Bro, that's a thing now that's going around that people say, oh, I just feel like everybody talking about building. It's like, no, everybody is trying to be on TikTok listening to all of the answers to how to build generational wealth when now they're getting sick of hearing generational wealth because all of these methods is not working for them. So now they're like, oh man, everybody want to talk about building generational wealth. But this shit is like, no, nigga, it's still
everything don't work for everybody.
Yeah, it don't work for everybody. And honestly, how I believe it By the time it made it to TikTok, it's already flooded, and it's not a method that is gonna necessarily make you millions or make you money. You're gonna have to buy,
for the most part, yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to buy some courses, and you're gonna have to buy, into some shit. Like, yes, everything is gonna be hard work. There's nothing that's gonna be
it's hard work and luck.
Yeah,
you can't rely on the luck too much, but that's it.
Exactly. So now they're trying to say I've seen TikToks where they're like, oh man, build generational wealth, that shit ain't real. Like, you're just mad because your TikTok, like, shit that you were watching didn't work out for you. That's just my opinion. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, big up to all of y'all out there actually trying to do it and actually trying to encourage us and influence us to find a way to build that generational wealth.
All right, man. Shout out my family, you know what I'm saying? Holding me down all the time. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. Friends too, friends that became family, all that type of shit, man. Appreciate y'all. Want to shout out Dreamers Clothing Line. I got the shirt on today, man. We Outside shirt, you know what I'm saying?
I was wondering about that.
I kind of grew into it. Now it did fit better, but that's why I'm chilling on the drinking for a minute. I don't know if y'all noticed. I'm sober. Kind of sober this episode. I ain't drinking for probably the next 3. I'm coming back with a vengeance though. Try to shed a couple of these pounds off, man. Nigga out here finna get old, as this nigga says all the time, and people out here dying and shit. Let me
man.
Take a little cleanse, short cleanse.
R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Oh yeah, and Fat Man Scoop, man. Shit. What was I gonna say? Shit. That's why I had this shit written down all the time. I ain't even drunk. I can't even remember. Shout out Chris Hitman Podcast, man. Yep. Shout out them out.
That bullshit he was spilling.
Spewing. But yeah, man, they coming back. You know what I'm saying? I think I saw something, if I'm not mistaken. Let me not lie. Look this up. But while I'm doing that, man, I wanna I'm not lying. New episode did drop. You gotta check that out, because I'm like, I thought I saw that shit on my shit. So Hitman Podcast is back. Check him out. Chris is back in this bitch, man, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of interesting and great takes. This one, you know what I'm saying? But it's all love, man. Shout out Corner Convo podcast. They fucked with us on Instagram and shit. Shout you out, man. Greatest co-host in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got a shout out to Dagners, that sponsors premium cigars for the culture. Respect the smoke.
Smoke something, bitch.
Shout out Stacks 100 and his clothing line coming out, Concrete Hustle.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of right here, the hat. So man,
see more movies of them too, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm like this
flicks, man.
You know what I'm saying? His song's still going crazy, man. We've been playing and trying to support him, and we got it on our clips. So you have it rolling underneath when we talking and all that shit too. Shout out King ODZ, man. He's gonna be coming out with new stuff later on next month, I believe. And other than that, we out.
Don't be weird.
This has been the I Ain't Going Show. You can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and Audible. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and follow.